All right, thanks for coming. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, and it's good to be back. Our guys got a chance to go home after the Minnesota series, so went home, recharged the batteries, hopefully stay in shape, and then we practiced Christmas evening. Had a good skate there, and now we got one more skate tomorrow before we head to Grand Rapids. Looking forward to playing in the GLI. I think it's the probably biased, but I think it's the best college hockey tournament. I think Michigan Tech does an unbelievable job running it. We're excited about it being in Grand Rapids. We got so many alums on that side of the state, and hockey's really growing there, and I think we got to do our part to be a part of it. So thankful that they want us to be in it, and looking forward to getting going.
I guess I can start. Obviously not having Trey while he tries to go win a second gold medal. What kind of challenges does that pose for you guys, and how do you overcome them?
Well, I think that's tournament. I mean, you go through the years of the tournament. Everyone's, if you're a good team, you got players, and hopefully you got players that get an opportunity to play in the World Junior Championship. And as long as this tournament's been around, that's kind of been the deal with it. So we're really excited about Luca's opportunity here, and he's gotten a couple games for us this year. He played really well for us last year in the tournament, and we feel like he's going to do the same.
And we heard you had a new goaltender join the team. Can you?
Yeah, we just got a kid filling in. Aiden's doing a good job. It's a unique situation, right, where you lose it's one thing to lose a player, but when you're talking about that position, you got to, in practice and spacing out reps and different things, so he hopped on and will help us out until Trey gets back.
So he's not on the full roster, he's just pitching in, or is he?
Yeah, I don't know how you would fully classify it, but yeah, he's helping out, he's doing a good job.
Awesome.
Yep.
Tiernan said you gave a presentation about the GLI Christmas night at the practice. What exactly did you say in said presentation?
I don't know if it was a presentation, but it was just a little bit of the history. I think for our guys to know, I mean, this thing's been around for a long time. It's an honor to play in it, and I go back. My dad went to the first one ever at Olympia, and in the different venues it's been played. And so for our guys, it really is a unique tournament, and I think it's gotten some traction on the west side of the state here. I thought the crowd base has grown, and it sounds like it'll be similar to this year, where there'll be more than the year before, and then try to take advantage. It's been a while since we've won that thing. I think the last 2 years since we've been here, I thought we played really good hockey, and maybe haven't gotten the results that we thought we could have gotten by the way we played, but that's our sport, and so we just got to focus on, again, it really kicks off an opportunity to play for a trophy to kick off the second half of the season, and and I think too for our guys, you talk about the NCAA tournament, we still got a ways to go to earn a spot into that, but that's kind of the feel when you go to a neutral site, you got 3 other teams, and you got to focus on just yourself and not get distracted with all the noise, and it's a good opportunity for guys to learn from that.
Yeah, what kind of taste is left in your guys' mouth from the last 2 years? I think you're 1-3 in GLI games, just heading into this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the results we wanted, but I go back to, I thought we played pretty good hockey. We try not to judge our guys on the scoreboard, right? And I get it, that's how we're all judged, we got to win hockey games, but I think long term for our guys, I know that that's a little bit can happen, and so we just got to focus on going and playing our best hockey. And we've had some good practices here, and we got an opportunity to do that on Sunday when we get there.
I was wondering what you think about having a couple of top 10 teams in the field, and what Michigan Tech brings as well, just the overall flavor of it with these 4 teams.
Well, I think that all 4 with the history of the programs, right? They all have proud histories, and obviously Western's done a heck of a job, and we go back to when Coach Blashill got there and really got that thing going. And First has done a heck of a job with the program, and Joy does. Their tournament team are knocking on the door every year at Michigan Tech, and then a new coaching staff at Northern. Obviously, Coach Conley's tied to that, and there's it started the year with a lot of new guys. And one thing, you look at the scores of their games, you watch their games. They've been in every single game they played, and so I think they're a team that isn't discouraged, and they're going to be hungry to play. So yeah, I think when you look at it, they're all from the state of Michigan. They all have proud histories, great fan bases, and I think they did a great job picking the teams for the tournament.
Threading a few things together here, but earlier you mentioned kind of doing your part to grow hockey in the state by going to the GLI over in Grand Rapids. And obviously that's without Trey, one of your most important players. Not every team wants to do that these days. I know Michigan pulled out of the GLI a few years ago, and holiday tournaments in general and college hockey have really changed the past few years. I guess, where do you see the future of the GLI going, and I guess holiday tournaments in general?
I believe in them. I mean, I get it. You don't have your roster, and I think last year we had 4 guys that didn't play in the tournament. This year we have 2 guys, right, that won't play in it. But your responsibility is to have a deep team that gives opportunity to look at the history. I think it was Mike Gressel that was the backup goalie and ended up being the MVP of the GLI. And I mean, what a story, right? So yeah, we're excited about playing it. What the future holds, I don't know, but as long as it's there, we want to play it.
Do you, when you're recruiting and trying to sign guys, do you think of the GLI in your, I guess, recruiting philosophy? Like, hey,
Yeah, I mean, I think different experiences you get to, to do. Obviously, we play in great venues throughout the Big Ten, and we try to make a competitive non-conference schedule to give our guys opportunities to play in tough buildings, and we get to play in the dual and the D, which is awesome. This is another one. I mean, it's a beautiful facility, home of the Grand Rapids Griffins. Obviously their history of their program and the fan base there. So, yeah, we do think our, especially a kid from Michigan, it means something to play in the GLI.
I just wondering about expanding a little bit more about the goaltending situation. What do you expect to get this weekend, and how he's played in the past, and what his strengths are?
Real good goaltending. Yeah, I think Luke is a really good goalie. He's done a heck of a job. I think it's not easy when you're not playing, but I also think he recognizes that this is an opportunity when he's competing with a goalie like Trey to improve every day. So he's looking across the other net, and you're talking about one of the most decorated goalies in U.S. history here. So for Luke not to get discouraged and ready, and I think we've seen him when he's gone in. He's done a heck of a job, and we're expecting the same.
What's the danger of playing Northern Michigan?
Well, I think every time you play a team is dangerous. I think college hockey, anyone can beat anyone. And you look at the parity, and you're talking about a team that's, got a new coaching staff that's going to be hungry to come in and play really good. I mean, our focus has always been on ourselves, right? We'll do pre-scout and talk about, but we feel like we still got a lot to keep growing in our game. And but yeah, I think anyone you play in college hockey, you look across the scores across the country, anyone can beat anyone, and that'll be the case this weekend.
I want to do a little history lesson with you that you may not realize, that the one GLI that you won as a player will have been awarded 20 years to the day from Monday night. Get a chance to think about something like that going in, that you've got a history to start with too.
Yeah, I guess that shows you I'm getting older, but that was really special. Again, I go back to the history of, we used to go, I grew up in Sheboygan, and we'd open presents on Christmas morning and then drive down to Detroit. All of our relatives lived in the Metro Detroit area and hang out, and then we'd go to watch the GLI. So as a young kid, watching college hockey and watching 4 different teams, and just the environment it was, so then to get a chance to play in it with my younger brother and then to win it was really special.
What do you remember most about winning it?
I always talk to our guys about this. I don't remember much. It's just I remember obviously hanging out in the locker room after, and my dad used to talk to us about that, right? You'll forget about goals. Not that I scored that many goals, but you'll forget the goals and all those things. But you remember being with the guys. So definitely remember, being in the locker room with the guys after winning it.
Do you remember who got the goal to win it in overtime?
Nope.
Colton Freder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That turned
Actually, Colton's gonna be mad at me because Colton's got his memory he can remember every goal he ever scored, and he's actually my neighbor now, so I'm sure he'll bring it up to me.
Oh, sorry, I'm liking this.
You kind of mentioned it earlier, but is it going to be fun for you to coach against Rick Conley? He's not coaching, he's the athletics director, but against his team.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just kind of focus on our team, and obviously excited about playing Northern, and the coaching staff. I know a couple of the coaches there really well, and actually got to see Coach Conley. I went up for that the game at the Superdome there, and got to see Coach, and he's doing a heck of a job there. So I'm sure he'll be down there, and it'll be good to see him.
Is it a little, I don't want to call it odd, because I guess college athletics has changed a lot, but new coach, so many new players with that program. I mean, it's pretty much a fresh start from where they were last year.
No doubt. And Dave Shayak's been doing this a long time. He's going to do a great job, and I think the rest of the staff's put together a great staff, and it just takes time, right? And again, I think if you look at it, they've been in every game they've played in. They played a tough schedule, so they'll be chomping at the bit, as are our guys, right? I think that's important too. We're excited about playing as well.
So you had 10 days off, the players did, or 8 or 9 days?
Roughly, yeah, roughly.
And then 3 skates prior to the first game of the GLA?
Four, yeah.
You've done them before. How do you map that out, and how's the conditioning level? They're on their own a little bit when they're away. How do you handle that?
Yeah, we spoke after the Minnesota series, and just obviously Christmas, go home and spend time with family and enjoy it, but also the expectation is we can come back and play like we did here at Minnesota, right? And so a big part of that's going to fall on them. They got to be training and eating and sleeping and doing all those things, and I think that our guys understand. Like, they put so much in. They got here July 1st to just go around and lay around all Christmas is you're kind of throwing it all out the window. So our guys, I thought they did a really good job. And our on the evening of Christmas Day there we practiced, and I thought we had a really good practice, and was a perfect no, but it's gotten better and better, and then tomorrow we get one more skate and be ready to go.
What does Northern do well specifically that's gonna be a challenge for you?
I think they're super competitive, and they're structured, right? So I think that again, that they're, when you're playing a competitive team, we like to think we're competitive too, but I think that that's their calling card. They're physical, and you know, in teams like that, you make it hard to get to the inside, and I think that'll be our really big challenge, is making sure we're definitely ready to match their competitiveness, and then try to get to the inside offensively.
Do you have an idea what you wanna do with the seventh D or an extra forward, or how you wanna work the roster for this one?
We're still going through that. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.